In September, I was down in South Florida. I think we were in, I know we were in Miami-Dade. Were you in Sweetwater, or where, do you guys remember? Some of you guys remember. Was it Sweetwater? So we were down there, and we had announced, we were in the process of announcing a number of initiatives designed to relieve the burden of inflation on Floridians. And if you think, like they said, oh, it's only 7.1%, well, that's still higher than it's ever been in a long time before the last year and a half. And so this has been really, really significant for a lot of folks. We did in last budget, we did a lot of great tax relief for people. We've been working on different ways that we are able to make a difference. But one of the things that we knew that we could make a difference on for people, because when you have inflation, you can decide, well, maybe I'll do without this or do without that. But there are certain things that you just got to do. So, when you go to work, the gas, you pay for the gas, right? So we did a gas tax holiday. When you're going to work in places, in many of our metro areas like Southern Florida, Orlando, some of those, you get hit with tolls as you're going to and from work every day. And so we said one of the things that we can do to really make a difference for people, to alleviate the burden of what you're seeing with the inflation, is to do some major toll relief for our commuters. And so I came down to South Florida 3 months ago, September, and I said, we are going to do for all of our commuters, we're going to work to institute a program to give you a 50% reduction in all tolls. And that is something that's very ambitious. It's something that a lot of people thought was good, but people, you often have people run for office and they promise a lot of things. How many times do they actually deliver on a lot of this stuff? Not very often. So for us, we really believe in producing results, and when we come out and say we want to do something, we follow through. So not only did we make the proposal, we worked with Jared Perdue at FDOT to make sure that we had kind of the logistics, because basically what it is, any toll facility in Florida, and you see the map and you see this here, as long as it can accept one of the SunPass or transponders, you charge it, and once you reach the threshold, I think it's 35 charges a month, then they send you the rebate for 50% at the beginning of the next month. And so that's statewide. Not all of this is run by FDOT, so they're working with the other expressway authorities for them to implement this program, but they're going to do it. And so you're going to end up in a situation, we've got folks, particularly in Southern Florida, that spend more in tolls in a month than they do paying for their car loan. Hundreds of dollars. Some people pay $400 or $500 on tolls. Many people pay $200, $250 on tolls. So you're going to end up in a situation, this is going to be $500 million of toll relief for commuters in the state of Florida. And so it's a really good proposal. And again, really the only thing you need to do is if you have one of those, one of the transponders, so that the thing, and then once you just reach the threshold, so we basically know you're a commuter. I think they said, 35 pings in a month. Actually, people do much more than that if they're commuting. Tourists are still going to pay the same. They're not getting the rebates or anything like that. But we want our folks who are working every day to be able to benefit on this. And so, if you think about it, you're going to have people that are going to save $1,000, $1,200, $1,500 a year on this program, and then others that may not pay as many tolls, even if they're saving, $300, $400 a year. That's important when we're in a situation where we have a lot of the inflation. So that was the proposal. We wanted to do it, and we actually had the election, of course, November. Bring in the legislature for special session to do a number of different things, and I'm going to sign some of the other stuff they did tomorrow. But we said with the tolls, I said, look, why would we wait until the regular session, and then you end up having it go into effect in July when they need the relief now? So let's do it for this whole calendar year starting January 1st. And so we're able to get the bill passed in the special session. Did it go unanimous in the House? Yeah, unanimous. So we got both Republicans, and the Democrats. Not very many Democrats up in Tallahassee anymore, but we're happy to have their support on this. So we got it, and we got it through, and so I'm going to be signing it momentarily. But, SunPass, Easy Pass, if you're somebody that's doing this and you don't have that, get that so you can participate in this program. And then all that'll happen is month ends, if you meet the threshold, they calculate it, and then they'll put a credit on your bill for 50% of the total tolls that you did the month before. And so you'll start to see the credit appear in February, and then it'll be every month thereafter, all the way for the entire calendar year. So we're excited about doing this. I mean, if you think about our state has been able to outpace the nation on issue after issue, particularly when it comes to the economy, particularly when it comes to running elections. I mean, you name it, education. And so we're happy that there's a lot of interest in investing in Florida. We're happy that there's a lot of opportunity in Florida. We're happy that our states run much better than a lot of these other states that have driven a lot of their residents out of their states because of mismanagement. But at the same time, as much as we are this little fiefdom of freedom down tucked away in southeastern part of the United States, we have to deal with federal policies. We have to deal with what the Fed is doing by raising interest rates. We got to deal with all the inflationary spending that Congress has been doing, and so we're taking action to be able to protect people from that as best we can. And so I'm happy that we were able to deliver on yet another promise that we made, and we're able to do this in part because we have a record budget surplus. And the thing about it is you don't want to be running deficit, of course, but when your surplus gets too big, it's like, okay, we need to get this back to the taxpayer. So this is one thing we're going to do, but we are going to do much more in terms of tax relief for people throughout the state of Florida. So stay tuned on that. We're going to be able to, in the spring, come back and sign really significant tax relief legislation across a wide variety of things. And so I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm looking forward to working with the legislature to really keep putting major points on the board. But this one is, we're here just a few months ago promising this, and then today we're signing it into law, and then starting January 1st, the program will be active. So that's quick results, and that's getting things done.